when we were coming and go CID, we want to see the issue because that particular matter they still before the IMC, but they come to go ahead and then go report to the police. So we go to the police station, CID, and we follow everything. Dixon refused for make a statement. He said, "Made him charge him matter go court." He said because sometimes we need for the trial of the cases law test the law. He said because me know so what I do the right thing. I get the side of the coming, I get the other side, then I present the article. Let's go to the courts, let the courts go prove say I'm wrong. So sometimes we concerned at that most of the cases they take go to police, no they go before. Then just they go to police, then go maybe they detain you, go big, they release them. That's the end of the matter. So now what would you look out for? Send the case, go to IMC. Because IMC, when you go IMC, nobody go look at you saying intimidation. This is media to media. When IMC find you where you feel, they warn you, say they remind you, say comply where you feel. They get the power for seal you
up to 3 times or so.
Yeah, they get the power for close your media house. That one nobody will say
and
they clamp down
and declare it bankrupt.
Nobody will tell us again. They clamp down on press freedom because now they get the power for do that one day, and they give you the journalists the opportunity do retraction. Because if for example me when I write for our newspaper. If I write something misleading, somebody feel like going at the IMC, the committee listen the hearing, they don't directly go find me. The first thing they tell you, they say go do the retraction. The same prominence will be good at previous article, and the same prominence will give this retraction. It's very, very simple for do. But when you take the journalist going to court and sorry in a police, we they look at and say no, you don't look at me as criminal. Or better still, if you don't go to the IMC, we get the civil. Lost. You can go to the court directly.
So let ask you the simple question. Slik ever agree? Slik will agree at this point. Say journalism under attack.
Yes, to some extent we don't under attack because the recent thing that we see right now what they happen, we're not okay with that. Because like I say, we don't move on and from when they repeal that public order act. So people in the video say if they repeal that law, the media they go. I can tell you, say the media are more professional, the mainstream media. It's more professional. A simple example, the 2023 election, the way, look, all the elections observers report, the way they comment about the media, the mainstream media. We are so professional because we get opportunity for get so much funding for training with journalism, both print and electronics. We train on gender-sensitive reporting, election reporting, so many things. We make the election with the media across the country, we cover them professionally. And we as Slik do not receive any complaint of assault or intimidation from any journalists and security people because we will get an MOU signed 2022 between Slik and the security sector where we understand with various roles them. We know what the police they do, they self know what they do. When you see somebody go to a polling station, he gets in press card, he get in recorder, he get in camera. For as long as that person identify himself to you, you get him to go out doing work. So we get understanding. So from when they do the repeal, we don't get so many developments that we don't take place at the media. Just stand there, talk any side. We get so many developments, including the investment conference will take place again in 2022. Where out of our we get a national action plan where we look at the blueprint, say that one in at the Bible of the media, way for transform the media. Where we get so many things right now where they do where BBC Media Action, they support. We work with MRCG, where we try for go along with the activities already part of that blueprint. But the question is, yes, the media they under attack currently because of the how they happen. Because how somebody go just make an example, I don't know whether they don't understand the example where the person is trying for make them go attack them.
Maybe in that situation you don't say into a master.
Well, me not say that they get anything for do with it because a straightforward example where Lama do. Say where police ready for this person host the issue press release. Why we police ready for this other person host the issue press release? That one I'm not listening at it. I don't know about straightforward with the example.
And the Speaker of Parliament just a few hours ago or just a couple of days ago also say in fact would they paint the country in a bad light at the international scene. Where more or less if you say they paint the country in a bad light at the media obviously.
I don't feel say
they respond to a particular statement we come up from one MP where we push the idea say Salon don't become and more or less not journalists that they report and the carriers of the stories or the news.
No, not only journalists they report. You just say this social media. Everybody right now they post what you want to post. When one see me they say no more. The media, I don't feel say we so reckless that to the point that we just portray negative things about Sierra Leone. It's not possible. We are all Sierra Leoneans. Some of us are born, are Lambo, are do everything, are to live their entire life. I don't gain anything for black for being put negative thing about the country. Always in the media they put out the reality.
And for accountability.
For example, this kush where they gone to nobody no deny that one. They say we brothers and sisters they die every day in the street. Just is it yesterday or the day before yesterday we get a confirmation from the police at the southern region where they arrest one vehicle with kush where one the person by the name of Abdul Karim Kamara where they hold on. Then things they happen on a daily basis.
So now then say they go like beer.
Yeah. Just I think yesterday and they apprehend that vehicle and the suspect. They're not so black. Just information with the GI. Why would they get that information? They follow will find a solution for the way we fight this thing that happen. The media, mind you, now only when the media come on board during the Ebola, we're able to get an idea how to tackle Ebola. Same to the COVID-19. When the media come on board again, we're able to get a solution to them because we educate members of the public about the do's and don'ts and the dangers. Currently, the media will not take upon ourselves now. Say this push, we know the wait again because we realize say government serve the staff of resources and the rehab centers already within. Based on the information we get from the Ministry of Social Welfare, most of them don't close. Yeah. So they use now the media for call on government and donor partners for see how best then rehab they begin operating again because sadly they're not a secret. You know why they drive come out and I mean East why they drive come. I hardly drive along the street and not see one cops. Look where I see today when they post on social media and New England also just by the police station say cops there for over close to 3 days now. The shop they already not open because of the scent. Then people are for so deprive them of the economic well-being. The streets and they open, they do business, and that person don't die under. So these are the things the way we they bring out as media people. Who they bring out to notice of the government and the relevant authorities. Make them take action because it's push the way these things they go. Me brother, if we not come out and they call people to account or they open them to account or they give the actual information to the public, well, no problem.
Okay, I'll come back to you shortly. We can look at later. Basically, if it is under threat, then waiting for address this issue of threat. David, we're on a right to access information commission just yesterday put out this way when I say one Eleanor Thompson. I think they request information from the Freetown City Council, and unfortunately, they're not for providing information. As a result, when I don't find Freetown City Council 70,000 leons. We tell like a pattern. 70,000 leons. The last time back again against Bank of Sierra Leone, the same 70,000 have been fined them. Correct?
Yes, Nabil, it's same 70,000 we find them. But
and that means it's like now say people don't take this culture very personal and serious for withhold information, not for share. Thing where it's supposed to be for the public.
Thank you very much again, and Patrick, and like I say, I'm glad for the Naya and also for sharing the podium with me, the president. As a proud member of SNAJ, I want to say congratulations to you again once more.
Thank you.
The right to access information law came into existence as Salon because of some of the things there we will still see. If you go back to the background, we know say first thing as Salon, if you want information as a journalist, then go treat you like say you don't commit crime, like say you don't do something bad. Person will come on from you, what you want to do with the information? Why they ask about that kind of thing? And as a practicing journalist, tell me the way one my friend, you do a story also from the regions. So one talk to person at the regions, the one where they coordinate things then at the northern region. The person tell us like come Freetown, in Boston Freetown like ask him. So I just
travel all the way from McKinney.
Yes, I just show you the difficulties in accessing information. And again, the institutions them also, what we can call public authorities, then carve them in a way where secrecy in their own form of professionalism. If you meet a permanent secretary now, you ask them, for example, say I want information. Well, mostly before this time, go tell you say we don't take the oath of secrecy. We don't get that kind of information. What you want to do time? This is not national security. We all man can talk about now. This information, if I get them, now for national security. So now based on all the things then they make media institutions, them like large civil society organizations, they all come together years back and held a sustained advocacy for let them pass the Freedom of Information law. And it not be easy actually, but they end up succeed and then pass the law where they later named the Right to Access Information law inside 2013, you know. Now for handle some of them in there, they passed the law inside 2013 and constituted the commission inside 2014 for let the commission serve as a regulator for access to information. So looking back from 1980 to now, 10 years down the line, I think say we don't make some progress, we don't make some significant progress, but around there for the sincere and say the gaps they're still there. You know, people are still find it difficult for transition from that old form of secrecy, that old way of doing things, to the new way. When our open society, we go improve governance, we go improve knowledge, we go empower citizens and for let them get the opportunity for all their leaders they are accountable.
In the two instances were cited, for example, the Bank of Sierra Leone and then the Freetown City Council request where Eleanor Thompson make for certain information regarding, take we through them. For example, let's take the latest one. The latest one. We want to find City Council, Freetown City Council, 70,000. Waiting actually, okay, not been the serious issue where Freetown City Council fails so for provide information, okay, we end up in this kind of situation.
First of all, we law say anybody can ask for information. So meaning whether you go to school or not, you can ask for information. If you're not able to write them, you talk to the public information officer or person at the ministry or at the agency. The person get the obligation for transcriber in writing and give you a copy. So we law very simple, not to discriminate anybody. The Freetown City Council will receive we receive a complaint, we can call our application for review. Eleanor Thompson, one of the people that we don't use this lawyer on several occasions, but he reports say he put out an information request to the Freetown City Council inside May
this year.
Yes, this year. And the Freetown City, and he asked for simple information where, as far as we're concerned, that information will not fall under exempt information. We'll therefore look into that later. Because in as much as we ask for let people and give out information, we also get some classes of information we don't forgive out. So he asked for this information. We will go where Sabi Kunguton, no see Kunguton, if from Jerome in that's where Kunguton school.
Yeah.
It is that municipal
school.
Yes, they don't get artificial turf, they don't fence the place. We understand say they rent now for services. So Eleanor, maybe as a citizen, just say the Freetown City Council give the agreement we then sign with the person we then say now in charge of that field now Honorable Alfred Thompson. Say
current member of parliament.
Current member of parliament for that area. Give me the agreement to us, whether it's a lease agreement, whether it's a MOU or any other meeting. We say we sit down and make the decision. Say we want to give this place to Alfred Thompson, this recreational center, and if other committees then involved, let's say the sport, and get small committees, the development committee, sports committee, any information we go.
All council and get a subcommittee. Not like parliament.
Exactly. So if you get any information, we go lead to this. Give this information. That
maybe like minutes
of
for meetings.
For the meeting, and if there's a lease agreement, if there's a MOU, anything we go make a know as citizen. That's not the information request.
As simple as that.
As simple as that. The Freetown City Council no respond to them. And we know say we lost
since May?
15 working days. Yes.
Since May?
Since May, yes. If you get 15 working days.
For provider information.
Yes. Weekends are excluded. Public holidays, if they fall within that 10 days, they are excluded. So you get 15 working days maximum for respond to that information. They don't respond. So it applied to we for let we review the decision of Freetown City Council. We look into the decision, the commission meets, look at the request, we see not follow that exempt information, we write to the Freetown City Council and order them according to what you ask, 7 days period for respond to the requester and provide the information. Again, the Freetown City Council.
So 15 days pass.
Yes.
He had 7 days. Other 7 days.
The Freetown City Council not still respond.
Then like 22 days.
Yes. So after that day, the commission.
22 days will pull holidays and weekend out of them.
Out of them.
Oh.
So after that day, the commission, of course, which will not provide for winner for take a decision on that. They will take a decision, say, by failing first to respond to the requester, you don't deny them of the rights. Now, response not necessarily means if you provide information, because we law very, very liberal for protect both the custodian of the information and the requester. You can respond to them, okay, I don't receive your request, but I not get the information now. If I ask for an extension, would they do that if we see say necessary? But failing for acknowledge and respond to the requester, that itself is denial. So based on that day and all the other things that are involved, the commission sit and take that decision. Therefore, find the Freetown City Council 70,000 units and for also order them for providing information. So that's not just.
And this came just yesterday.
Yes, yes on the 15th. Yes.
On the 15th.
Yes, we take that decision.
And this don't start since May.
Yes, it don't start since
May, June, July, August, September, October. It's 5 months.
Yes. So
why take, first of all, why take that long?
No, this is now one of the things that we do. The Right to Access Information Commission as a regulatory body, we know they find pleasure in for do them kind of release there.
Okay.
We aim not to for punish people anymore. Release for.
So now when they for more or less for
mediation. We do several steps. Them
knowing the culture where una already know say they exist in a salon. Una need for begin by your pamper people.
Well, I can give you other instances. Them this is not just one case, and I don't want to use them for generalize everything.
So the Bank of Sierra Leone situation.
Okay, so the Bank of Sierra Leone situation, we can call our real landmark victory we will get for access to information and salon. That was years back from 2019, and journalist Martha Kagbo, we I guess you know, put information request and ask for currency, valuation, different classes of information from the Bank of Sierra Leone. The bank respond, when it be a good thing, then respond to Martha and tell and say the information they not on website, so they're not they in obligation for provide, because you also follow that the exempt information. If you they ask for information, we already did at the public domain, the institution not oblige for provider for you. So in Matakabo, in case the institution claims say the information in at the website and refer to the website, which was good, but the journalists go again, they look at the website, they said information or did they? So it come back.
The same website where they refer?
Where they refer, did they? So it come back to the commission and report, say, well, they're not giving me this information. And after several back and forth, the commission self, we self get investigators, we send investigators them for look at the website. Now see if this information did they. They will not see a matter.
They don't need special investigators.
No, at the same moment now, we get investigators, we get people who sit down for that day.
Okay.
So when go through and look into that day, they notice the information or did they. So we write the bank for let them provide information, the bank not cooperate. So we find them. When we find the bank appeal the decision, which is also granted in our law. If you're not satisfied with the decision, you get 40 days for appeal to the decision. Within that 40 days, they file and appeal on that decision. So now that may not be a situation, but we challenge what we get during that case day in the judiciary. The matter going to court is spent a very long time there. From 2019 we start now this year we done it. 2019? Yes.
5 years?
Yes. We done them this year.
Oh, 6 years.
Only when we get a justice commander, the chief justice commander, where we get high respect for, we commission whole consultation with. I would say this now the law of the land. If we get them kind of matter, then it delay in our court, they should say like they support the one there. So it promise we faithfully, and we're glad if we talk and answer on our TV say it didn't deliver. Then go and look into the.
So
matter.
For 6 years, the matter be done in a court.
Done in a court.
For let court look into.
For just take a decision. We don't make we order then appeal. After the argument, they will not just take a decision. If we not say we not okay, we accept. So finally now we get the judgment, and that now will landmark. And we also get for emphasize the bank we also get the opportunity for appeal again to a higher court, but they not go ahead for do that. Then pay the 70,000. Now been 70,000, but during the final judgment, the court reduced them to 40,000. So then pay the 40,000. So
what's happened? They had up
access information. Well,
they had up. They not get money for pay 70.
No, well, the court in decision than the magistrate in decision.
Because if you take the process is one that don't go through all. So in fact, the court supposed to even like more double the amount, or even add additional costs. Where we now go down foods and where the stress and mental go through.
So now we don't want to go to that, but we glad that we get something for point out for say the law. However young it is, however difficult it is, however tough it is in a salon for the kind of democracy we'll get for now, the law, they work. And what I want to emphasize, this is not just the one that will discipline Patrick. I want to make it clear, see, we get MDs who they cooperate very well when they ask them for information. We get them very well. Recently, the IMC, for example, former commissioners then put information requests, say they want to know what they happen with the sitting fee, the benefit, then kind of thing, and they want evidence, say the executive secretary don't they write to Ministry of Finance, they respond. Another person in McKinney recently put information request to NCTV, say want to see whether the college where you want to enroll in McKinney, whether he accredited by NCTV, even Canada through email and all that and all happy. We get several cases of success stories them, but the one they will Hamburg, we not forget them. We not forget to highlight them. But I think
and that are the culture. So I imagine since 2013, when they passed this law, when I start, when I work effectively, 2014. Since that period, that's over 10 years. By now, that culture, if at all, even if we don't begin bet them period, and that culture of this high level of secrecy, information we people not for be told, in fact, and then we told deliberately. And for example, me work as a journalist, Alaji Manika Kamara, / president, we as well an editor of our local newspaper, and work as an editor and journalist, it affects them. And we will not put out correct information, it affects with credibility and integrity. They put they capture with bongo, they capture with respect.
So I understand, like I say, me say don't work as journalist. I know how frustrating it is when you work towards deadline for deliver, you need information. But we can always say different investigations. Then if you look like some investigative journalists, then they work with and you look the time when they spend for building story in a very long time. But we know one for going to.
But some of their information they are not to
investigative story. Not exempt information. Now make we say we also want for explain how successful some MDs that on in doing what we call proactive disclosure of information. It in our section 8 inside this we act here. So we give MDs them the obligation for publish some classes of information, 22 different classes of information. We then the way the person can ask you for display under your website. And for example, even some of the information there we Eleanor Thompson request from City Council, they fall under the under the proactive disclosure scheme. If Freetown City Council for only publish the information proactively, you only work we get as an institution. We person ask. Now for refer the person say, go on our website. You know, we just tell us you go look at the website. So go on our website, go under about us, go on our project. You go see a story on that. Now that the law say. If you don't do that, the person will come back and say, no, now you for printer, you photocopy, you give me a no. So a lot of work don't be put under the leadership of Dr. Shaw, and we get for give him credit, Dr. Ibrahim Sega Shaw. Lots of work don't be put into proactively disclosing information. If you put out information proactively, you don't need for the response to information request on a daily basis.
So Bank of Sierra Leone, Central Bank don't pay the 40,000?
Yes, they don't pay them.
Tuna?
Yes, they don't pay them to RAIC. Then write the check to the RAIC, and the RAIC again do a cover letter and send an Ministry of Finance for let them put them
at the Consolidated Revenue Fund.
Yes, sir.
But Freetown City Council not pay it?
No, they get up to 40 days for choose whether they will pay or they will appeal on the decision.
Journalism, that's not alone. Alaji Manika, / president, you hear all these things. You imagine all of these things. They make the work of a journalist much more troublesome at this country. In a society, imagine Eleanor is a lawyer, correct? Eleanor Thompson, a lawyer. Me, as a journalist, you, Alaji Manika Kamara, I should say you don't witness these situations, you don't experience them countlessly. Where they ask certain ministry, department, or agency staff them for provide simple information. We know to security sensitive one, simple information. Then the mail say then are God. And then the journalists not able to go on with your work. They put the journalists in work. And then now the public they see the journalists they say he's lazy. Now he just know how to do the work the way how for me. With all of this situation, then how will we overcome this problem? Yet we continue to get these threats and attacks here and there from members of the public, physically or on media.
Salia, one major problem with this particular act they pose to the media and the timeliness for let we counter this disinformation. Because the only way we will succeed for disinformation and when we get the accurate information.
When you say disinformation, you mean by?
Then fake news.
Okay.
When somebody share fake news, the only way journalists will put out the real news and we get access to credible information and in doing article or in broadcast the issue. And the only way that we will counter. This now the question we don't follow, we only fight with over and over again. But like what Patrick say, still the culture, some people are still there in that old age. Say this document and they release and this document and they release them. So we still battling with that. And we journalists, say that information will survive on. The information, if another information label right. The way you do so, if you want to do any investigative work, if you not get the required information, you're not able to do it. That's not the problem. So we have to be very, very much attentive on this issue as well. Thank God now the RAIC, they come out and they explain about the success stories them. And also, with the media itself, they give confidence, okay, where I go for this information, I get a right to RAIC. And I can tell you, say, I will call newspaper and one media also they do regularly with the right for through the RAIC regularly to various MDs.
But how long you go for continue for simple information? Somebody for it, we could just simply send text to somebody say,
tell you,
I please help me with this, please. But you have to go through that 15 days period. You have to go through all them process, and they will have to make you news for publication late or broadcast late.
And as journalists again, there's no way we go publish one-sided story. Because you publish and first one, they say you bias, you don't get that person inside. Even though you go put in the story, say I try for reach this person, but this, but so someone go try and say deliberately you know reach her.
Yeah.
So it make you become you look funny. We responsibility not to talk say this is wrong, this is right. And for present all the sides of the story to the public, let them decide say, okay, no, this is right, this is right. So only way how we able to do that one day, and we will get access to information. Like for example, Slik, we get the iVerify platform, where will be set up in 2023 towards the June 24 election, where they don't help so much in countering mis and disinformation. That what they call fake news. That particular platform, they don't help so much. The complaint we get from the fact checkers on a daily basis that some MDs and they find it very difficult to let them get information from them. Sometimes now me will call me the Slik president, or maybe the sorry me the secretary, the former Slik president will call, say, well, do the fact checkers don't call, say they describe for clarify this information, do you want to help them with this? Because if we're not getting information there, so they're not able to bring out the fact. During the election time, there was a time when there were people were right, but ECSL or this, but thankfully we get an agreement with them. Wherein whenever the fact checkers want get access to information, they provide for them. Because in fact, we do for them PR indirectly. Because if somebody they say this thing so, then you provide the information to Slik iVerify team, we fact check and present the facts out there. Who don't do work for you indirectly? Yeah. So we call members of the public, particularly the MDs, let them release the information they have to the journalism. The information we release them, that journalist not get no way to go twist the information there. Because if you don't present the document,
and make the problem worse if you decide if you eventually
decide
to
give information,
for decide for take the person in court.
So when you help the journalist with that document, I believe say if a journalist they present your own side of the story, say okay, the allegation is who gets this are the findings we get from the MDs. What they say now happen. Then the public now decide.
David, you want to say something?
I just want to talk on the 15 working days deadline. Now, we always emphasize, say, you know, mean say if person make an information request until the 15th day, now you forget the information. This now
so the 15 days, the 15 are maximum.
You can get you can ask today, you get today. Yeah. You can ask who say it, and I'm saying, no go, sit down, wait, now give the information.
Whether not verbal one,
whether not verbal, you can respond to, and the 15 days period now for give people an opportunity for maybe sometimes you request for bulk information, for bulk information, we need bulk reproduction, now for them kind of thing in there. And the law also make a provision for a situation of emergencies. If you get for the right and liberty, no say person they in detention or they in a remand, and you need information for go rescue that person there. That is not 15 working days, and in 48 hours. That's what the law say. If you get for do with the right and liberty of somebody. So liberty, for example, person in a prison or in a tight place, that information in any need for let you free that person there, you for act within 48 hours.
For free the person?
For free that person, for provide that information.
For provide the information.
For provide
the information within
48 hours. So that means say in
48 hours and 2 days.
Yes. Yeah. So that means say in your request, if you notice say this information what they ask for, that information where na emergency information, you go state and they say, they state this say we need this information for so and so, then you don't activate the one way they say that for 48 hours. Let's just share this with you again, because as I can say, we don't always want for bank on the few negative one them. During after the elections of 2023, lawyers so recently put out information request. Say want some certain result, then some certain police station, and then canteen to ECSL. We all know how sensitive that then kind of thing they be for that period. We don't get option. We look at the
tension be high.
Tension be high. We write to ECSL. ECSL, the lawyer back writes, say the information be available now the police station. So they don't get the obligation again. I'll tell you earlier on if information is already in the public domain. But we looked at it and say, was the information still in at the police station? If it's still there, then so we send member for go look. But if not there, you get the obligation for provider. So we write to go back and forth, and at the end of the day, then give him what he want. He say not satisfied with what he then give him. He say, but not for we again. He thank we. He say because as far as in concern, we don't do our own part. Then they go down a court. Now in one example of a success story.
And we end up going to court.
We end up going to court of a very sensitive issue. When they suspend the Auditor General, the former Auditor General, Lara Tilopias and Tamba Momo, when they suspend them, after Boku back and forth, we receive past 8 information requests them from different civil society organizations, both local and international. Then they request, say, they want to see the report of the tribunal where they set, we uphold the suspension of Lara Tilopias. We all know the recommendations they made, but they were in public. We receive, that again was sensitive, and then request to the secretary to president. By then, I think I've been Dr. Gaima.
Gaima. It wasn't not been Dr. Gaima?
Yes, it was.
Or did now High Commissioner to Ghana?
No, not been Dr. Gaima. I've been there at that time.
And we don't succeed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So what do? We write Dr. Gaima. We write the secretary to the president and tell us, as far as we're concerned, we don't look into this issue as so. We urge you now for provide the reports. But the reports not get any, fall under any of we exemptions as far as the commission sit down and look into them. We ask now for provide a report. They write back and say they not provide a report because the report for the table na parliament first before they public them grant to the public. But they refer to people and for go look on side for the report. So we don't understand before we take a final decision, then go ahead and publish the report and keep we on copy. So we they go there gradually and they mark the institutions that I don't call that's not State House, I don't call ECSL, I don't call Bank of Sierra Leone. Now we deal with the Freetown City Council. We get some big institutions them.
And these are top institutions of the state.
So in as much as we know say there are still challenges, we get success stories them say we get there gradually. Because information is power, and this will empower citizens them for them able to ask the necessary question, take informed decisions them at the end of the day. And
so you said agree say access to information is also under attack.
Well, no, I'm not going to
threatened.
First of all, we know
because the number of institutions will not they comply, then still look plenty past the one the way they comply.
Wait to make a different with SLAJ them position. SLAJ they always get in laws them. We don't do for long term. IMC don't do in existence for long term. They don't do operate. So maybe we're not put in that way. But as far as we're concerned for access to information, it's a gradual process. Despite all within the app.
So it's under threat.
No, we're not going to say they're under threat. We as far as we're concerned, we say we make significant progress. We make significant, steady progress. We as
but the challenge is still plenty.
Yes. Then we as regulators, we want to follow.
So let's use mathematical theory and put Adam call and say, okay, they're under threats, but because the challenge is still enormous or plenty, well, that's a problem.
Well, yes, problem there, but we're not going to say they're under threat.
Okay.
Because we are making significant progress. And just before I end quickly, recently, for let we open the space, I just show the strides they already make as a commission. For let we open the space, we don't launch what we call digital platforms. They need our website. You don't need for write again, go meet MDA, go write. So you just go to the platform, our website, you look for digital platforms, you open the forms, you get 4 forms there, A, B, C, and D. A, now for making information, because just the film, you see the list of, we get 50 MDs then they. Which kind of information you want to state and how you want the information, you just click. Most of them for just now autofill, the LP for fill up, and you send them to the MDA. The MDA back can respond using form B for acknowledge or using form C for provide information.
Applying for access information for go to all the good then you had good than this. Wait for me.
Patrick,
I forget saying Salona Day.
Patrick, this is also internationally accepted because what would they do so not to just for salon standard.
Yeah.
All the laws there are, so if you look this law, you look other law in Ghana, you look other law in other countries, they are so then it's about how
if not a society we're so ingrained into the culture of not wanting to be accountable.
The only difference now that they don't talk, so it's about our mindsets as a people, and how we make we continue for encourage and sensitize and find the one that we know they do. It's about our mindsets. But the laws there, if you look them comparatively, they're almost the same. Almost the same. But now the mindsets, you can go to other countries, you put information request, other person know they know safe. So until the regulator know they know safe, say now soon I don't pass. Until when they do their final report for the year, and I go report say 10 people in the Ministry of Information, for example, they ask for you, and then we would know. But they get the gradually and we encourage MDs themselves who they listen to this, but let themselves see how they will come on board.
Alhaji Manika, since we do under threats and attack, or we get challenges enormously, Talek they don't erode, then Talek then they fade away all the gains so don't make. For example, repealing the 1965 Public Order Act Part 5, fortifying the IMC Act, where forgive the regulator more powers, and also the passage of the right to access information law, and all the other gain and the Talek will they go back gradually, small. Say sometimes the way too we don't pass, it come back later. How we go for overcome this?
I don't want to say
or within Sludge they work on for overcome this.
Okay, I don't want to say we go back because we also make some progress. You know, you remember I tell you about the repeal of the IMC Act. Currently, the 2020 IMC Act, they under repeal. As at the talk, then at the Law Officers Department, where we hope and believe, say, this Parliament will open, so before they go recess, then go enact a particular act, and also the SLBC Act again is the same.
They're under review.
Yes, since under review, and quite recently we don't complete the National Media and Information Policy, where in our Sludge, the Ministry of Information, IMC and other media partners in our world drum, and according to the Minister of Information, cabinets don't okay that particular policy there. So we don't make progress. The challenges and way we get right now, as you highlight now, them attack their way we don't experience
and then the frequent invites or intermittent invites
by
the police.
That invite say by the police have done limited now because the last engagement I get with the IG and other senior officers and they assure we about them. Now the IMC will become more effective, and very soon we'll get an engagement with the leadership of the police and also the leadership of Sludge and media partners for see how best we go see them again and let we understand we serve. And because the role of the police are for ensure safety and security of the citizens. We role as journalists are for inform members of the public about daily happenings, whether good or bad. Now we role that one the way we do. So we go for complement each other for let we achieve the development we want to achieve for the country. I can always say this to where you wake in the morning, Salia, if you know see television station they on, radio station they on newspaper, not publish. Policemen are not at streets. Sit down and watch, observe what thing that happen. That particular community they are not safe. That particular town they are not safe. So we all they complement each other for do a national service as partners. So I know we say we they under that attack. People look at and say well, the media not get some freedom. No, we get some freedom, but the laws they now don't they see they come, they pose as threats. Initially, I like the Cyber Security and Crime Act of 2022, and also
2 years after they don't believe 1965 public
and also again we don't see again in Parliament before they go recess then they enact the Counter-Terrorism Act. That one day we need them at this country, but we get concern as a
we need because that be the camp. Say we need them as a country, but you get certain provisions where they threaten journalistic
freedom, not only journalists but press freedom. Even the politicians themselves, they get the freedom for expressing themselves. That civic space, not only journalists. It's the mistake is what people they look at. Say when they say press freedom, are just for journalism. If you look at the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone, you go to section 25, you talk about freedom of expression. Everybody rights for express yourself for as long as you do within the ambits of the law. Nobody know for deprive you of that one day.
And if okay, just go on.
So when you look at this counterterrorism bill actually before the president now for his signature, we get concerned because we're not able to see the final copy where Parliament presents to the president. Yes, Parliament assure Slik say the concerns that we raise on the definition of terrorists and that issue for do with the geological cover a riot or a protest, they refer to all way and catch as terrorists. They say they use the African model for amend the area.
The pathway say if you there are certain things where they talk where they report as a journalist then they consider them for being an act of terrorism.
So they assure we say all the area then they use the African model. When a very good document when we come to any law we for terrorism, they say that they use for letting pass this into law. But we concern we get, we don't see the final documents yet where they present to president. Even the Attorney General again, instead of assure we that one day, say we rest assured that all the concerns them they address them, but we still get concerned until we see the final documents.
Not also them they say about the cybersecurity law.
Yeah, the cybersecurity.
We end up they invite journalists and our police.
A position on paper. We get so many options that we Parliament seek. And I can give it. I can commend the Parliament on that one day. They take so many things that we present.
But yet the law they tell you say if you continue to call or send message to one person,
now they say among the sections where we raise concern, section 44 subsection 2. Now still in the act, but all the other one in Parliament be work on them. So we don't know why that one day they be left and whether it was deliberate or not. We don't know. So now that make for
say for example, Alhaji Manika Kamara na minister. I need information or permanent secretary. I need information from a ministry. Then I call them or send a message up to a certain number of times, and the minister or permanent secretary will consider that for be cyber stalking, and that is an offense under the very law. Yes. So we make me and you two we practice. Or any other person, any other Sierra and we need information, therefore affect David Patrick then work.
Exactly.
It therefore affects me and you two as journalists. In fact, we are the primary beneficiaries and primary victims of this.
So now make we raise concern on that particular section because they need to explain the areas and the people understand. Because we will go for verify before we publish or we broadcast anything. We will just go to the question so I don't talk anything frivolously. Where we get laws the way they govern as a nation. There is nothing like absolute freedom. You must get limitations.
But you know, so that aspect, maybe the preconceived idea that because a number of government officials or public officials they see harassment by certain journalists. You know, the unprofessional aspects, the way in which some journalists they behave. Let us call a spade a spade.
No, yes.
There are certain journalists the way they behave very unprofessionally, whether or not as a result of the welfare issue, where I think Slik as well need to address seriously.
One thing we are the assure members of the public now that Slik we know they entertain or tolerate reckless journalism. We need to do that one day because we professional practice. We the practice as journalists. We are well-trained people. If anybody gets any evidence or complaint against any journalist where they harass them or extort something from a one blackmailer, it's very simple. You get the evidence, present it to the Independent Media Commission. Just go to the IMC and test the law. You know, we probably some people and get some.